Nothing is free in life. You must be willing to pay the price. Now, that price can come in all different forms: money, time, effort, relationships. But the difference between you being stagnant and unfulfilled and the you that is accomplished and full of purpose is the price that you're willing to pay. Now, I sat down with one of my coaches the other day as it's the beginning of the year. We're laying out our goals. And as he's looking through my goals, he looks up at me and says, "Do you know what you signed up for?" And I said, I'm really not sure what you're talking about. He said, "With yearly goals like these, and with the 10-year vision that you have signed up for a life of being uncomfortable." Now, I took a step back and I was like, being uncomfortable. Just think about what he's saying. I said, "Can you explain a little further?" And he said, when you are trying to go on a trajectory and a growth curve based upon these goals, you have to consistently put yourself in an uncomfortable position because you're always going to be learning and growing. After he explained it that way, I nodded my head and I said, I'm absolutely signing up for that life. Now, why did I say that? And I said it because in order to accomplish a goal worth pursuing, we might as well chase goals or a very specific goal that is going to stretch us and help us grow, that is going to be worth dedicating our lives to. Because the goals that are worth pursuing are going to take absolutely everything that you have in order to accomplish that goal. So for me, being uncomfortable and putting in that sacrifice and paying that price is absolutely worth it. I know it's worth it for me. I know it's worth it for my wife. I know it's worth it for my family. I know it's worth it for future generations. If you've seen other videos, I don't come from a family that was in financial freedom. I come from a family that was living paycheck to paycheck. So when I went out and started putting in the effort for these goals, I realized that this could change my family's life. And for me, that is something worth pursuing. That is worth paying the price. I was speaking with an associate of ours in our Wicked Smart community, and one of his major goals was to spend time with his family. He had been flying across the country, across North America, across Europe, at least 3 weeks out of every single year. He was losing time with his family. His son was growing up with him not around. But when he came in to our community, I looked at him and I said, you understand that you're going to have to sacrifice more time now so that way you can have more time later. What I meant by that was it was going to take time and effort of studying, putting in the work, making phone calls, going on appointments, working on deals, working on this business on top of working your full-time job. So that means inevitably that you are going to spend less time with your child now. But man, when you hit your goals and you decide to leave your job, spoiler alert, he did. And he's absolutely crushing it. When you decide to do that, you are going to have all the time in the world to spend with your family. Now, are you willing to do that? And of course he was at that time. And that was the price he was willing to pay. I was having another conversation with with a couple amazing real estate investors and people. And they realized that this year, in order to grow their business, they have to pay that price. They're going to have to pay the price of fear, meaning they're going to have to consistently put themselves in a very uncomfortable situation because of their financial goals. Now, if you're anybody like me, when you come from a family that doesn't have financial goals, or that is literally living paycheck to paycheck, and then you set massive goals, the fear, the paradigms associated around money become very real. And this couple knows that they're going to have to constantly live in that state of fear as they make these decisions in order to reach their goals. Now, they said they were, and I believe them to my core. But that is the price they're going to be willing to pay. That's the price they're going to have to pay. So if you're willing to commit to this year, if you're willing to commit for the next 3 to 5 years, if you're willing to pay the price in order to live the life of your dreams, then maybe you have what it takes in order to be a part of our Wicked Smart community. Maybe real estate investing the way we do can be that vehicle for you. It certainly was for me. It brought me from a place where I only hoped of reaching success to a place where it is inevitable as long as I continue to work the systems. Now, that's just not me. You can hear that from hundreds of people around the country working the systems and working towards living the life of their dreams. So if that is you, I recommend you head on over to smartrealestatecoach.com/associate and go ahead and apply. And we look forward to helping you reach your goals.